Hey everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today's makeup tutorial is going to be using the new Huda Beauty Nude Eyeshadow Palette, which looks like this. The colours in here are incredible. It's just mainly going to be focusing on the eyes today, but my inspiration for this was prom because we've already started the prom series. I'll leave my latest video up in that corner. But yeah, I thought this would make a really nice prom makeup look. I am so happy with how it turned out. So yeah, I really hope you like it. Let me know if you do down in the comments below. Please give it a big thumbs up as well and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see today's eyeshadow tutorial using the new Huda Beauty Nude Eyeshadow Palette, then keep watching. So to start, as usual, I'm going to use the P. Louise base. This one is in the shade 2. I have already carved out my brows with it a little bit, but I'm going to use this all over as my eyeshadow base. So you literally just pat this all over your lid and then pat it until it's set. You don't have to set this with a powder if you don't want to, but you can also if you want to. So this is the Huda Beauty New Nudes Palette, and when you open it, it looks like this. It's absolutely stunning. The colours in here are just so beautiful. I've never tried any Huda Beauty eyeshadows before. I think I've only ever tried her lashes and that's all I've used. But this palette just looks gorgeous. I'm going to use more of the pinky and purpley tones today for a little bit of a change, and my inspiration for this is more of like a prom makeup look or like a night out makeup. I think you could get a really nice prom makeup look out of this. And we have already started the prom series, so this is just giving me like prom vibes. The first shade that I want to go in with is Bear, which is this one in the top corner. This is like sort of an off-white sort of bone coloured eyeshadow. I want to use this to just sort of set under my brow bone. So I'm putting Bear all underneath my brow bone. I am going to apply a highlight underneath. I'm just hoping this will just brighten it up a little bit. For my transition shade, I am going to go in with Play, which is this one. Oh, there's my camera. Hello! This is more of like a peachy, it's not a brown, it's like a peachy, like flashy tone. I'm taking quite a fluffy brush for this, and this is going into my crease. I will be doing this eyeshadow as more of a winged out makeup, but I'm not going to be doing a winged eyeliner with it, just in case you struggle a little bit with like winged eyeliner. And I did winged eyeliner in like my last sort of promy makeup, so this is going to be winged out, but we're not going to be wearing a wing. And I'm blending this up towards my brows, just going to give like a nice wash of colour for us to start building up from. And I do want to try and use as many of these shades as possible. And the pigment is really nice, they're blending really nicely as well. There is a little bit of kickback in the eyeshadow when you like dip in with your brush, but I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes which do that and that doesn't really bother me that much, so I know it does bother other people. This is a beautiful transition shade as well. My next transition shade, I really want to go in with Teddy, but I want this to be more like purples and pinks, not browns, because I feel like I do that so much and we're trying to step away from that today. So I think I'm going to use a little bit of Secret, which is this one down here. It's more of like a mauvey tone, like a cool tone brown, purple shadow, I think. And this is again going into my crease. There's quite a bit of fallout to this shadow, just to pre-warn. If the eyeshadow is good quality, it blends nice and it's nicely pigmented. The fallout doesn't bother me. What does bother me is when there is fallout and there's no like pigment to the eyeshadow. That really frustrates me. But with this, the eyeshadows are nicely pigmented. They blend really nice, even though I have only used 2. And I am blending this up quite high as well, so I'm almost like covering the first transition shade. And I'm also blending onto the outer lid a little bit because we're going to be darkening that area anyway. And then at any point you can also go in with the first shade that you used and then just paper that over the edges. The next shade that I'm going to go in with is Spanked, which is that one right there. It's more of like a pinky tone and it just looks a little bit deeper, and we'll use this to deepen up the crease and the outer corner. I would always usually go for more brown tones, gold tones, because I feel that's what suits me best. I feel the colours in here even though they are more pinky and more purple, they are so wearable. Like, this doesn't look like too red and too pink. It's a really nice colour. And then I'm literally just dabbing into the first two shades that we use. Again, I'm just tapering over the edge. These do literally blend so effortlessly. Can't even get my words out. Effortlessly. Okay, and then the last one that I'm going to go in with to deepen it up is this like deep purple. This is called Love Bite. And again, I'm just using the same brush, but I really do need to find some new blending brushes for myself. And again, deepening up the crease a little bit more and using this on the outer part of the lid as well. I know if you've tried any other Huda Beauty products, because I've not actually used anything else apart from this, and I think I've tried her lashes just one style before. But if there's any of her products which you really like, then please let me know in the comments and then I can try them, because I'm super impressed with this palette. Okay, then for my eyelid shade, I'm going to use one of the shimmery shadows. I'm not going to cut the crease or anything like that. I want it to be like more simple so you can follow along at home. So all I'm going to do is just take a little bit more of that base, and I'm just going to just slightly pat it on this inner corner where we've maybe lost a little bit of the brightness, because we've got eyeshadow over there. So this is just going to clean it up a little bit, but as I say, you can cut the crease if you want to at this point, but I'm not going to. I just want to get the brightness back in this inner corner, and then we can apply one of the shimmery shadows over the top. The shimmery eyeshadows in here are really beautiful. They're like multi-tonal, so they're nice and speckled. They're not just like one particular shade. They're really, really nice. I've not ever seen an eyeshadow like that before. They remind me more of like if you were using like a baked bronzer, like an illuminating one, how it's like all different tones. These are what they're like, if you get what I mean. I'm going to use Daydream, which is the lightest one. It's like a really nice sort of silvery purple. And then I also want to use a bit of Fantasy as well, which is like a coppery, like shimmery pink. So I'm picking up Daydream first. I'm not sure how is best to apply them. I'm just going to go in with a brush. I know the pressed glitters in here are best applied with your finger, I think I've seen, but I'm not sure about the shimmery shadows, so we will see how they apply. So I'm literally just pressing it on, and then I'm just going to go over with my finger because I am just curious as to the best way to apply them. Usually I find with shimmery eyeshadows are better to apply with your finger than a brush. But yeah, that looks really nice. And then just over the centre where the light meets the dark, I will apply some of Fantasy. The colourway in here has been really thought of because you could literally use any of these eyeshadows with each other. They all sort of are going to go really nicely together. If you struggle with eyeshadow palettes and they can be sometimes a little bit daunting, you don't know what colours go with what, this one is really good because you could mix and match all of these and they would still look good all together. So I've got to use one of the pressed glitters. I'm going to use Infatuated, which is the more lighter one, because I think what I'll probably do is more of a coppery tone with the browns and things as well. With this palette, I want to do like a few tutorials with this because I feel like you could get so many different looks out of it. And I know these are best pressed with your finger, applied with your finger even. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that just on my finger there, and then I'm literally pressing it where we applied, what was it called, Fantasy. So just over where the light meets the dark. I want to keep this inner corner light, so I'm just going to press it on. And I'm not sure if you need like to use any glitter glue or anything, but I feel like you wouldn't need to, so I haven't. And just because I am just a little bit curious, I'm just going to pat some on with a brush and see if it works. And yeah, it works fine with a brush as well. Oh, I really like this. So what I think I'll do is apply my mascara and lashes now. I'm not going to be doing any winged eyeliner because I really like how it's sort of smoky and like buffed out. I'm going to do the same underneath and like join it together. So I don't want it to be sort of too sharp, so I'm not going to sharpen it up like I usually do with like a wipe or anything. So yeah, I'll do that and then I'll be right back. So I've just zoomed in a little bit just so you can see a little bit clearer. I have applied my lashes now. I've made sure they're right on the outer corner so they're nice and like winged out. I've used the Tease lashes by Koko lashes, which are some of my favourites at the moment. But yeah, that is the eye look so far. So I'm so happy with how it looks so far. I did a poll on my Instagram to see if you guys just wanted an eyeshadow tutorial, do you wanted a full face, or if you wanted me to just do my face off camera and then share with you the finishing touches. And you guys chose for this tutorial to be mainly eyes, and then I'm going to do the rest of my face and share with you the finishing touches and lips and everything that I'll use. I also need to like do my under eyes and everything still anyway, so I'm just going to do most of it now, and then I will be back to finish this very pretty prom Huda Beauty makeup look. So I've done my foundation, my concealer and my bronzer. I'll leave what I've used down in the description bar. I'm going to do the under eyes and then we'll finish the rest of the skin and lips and then we are completely done. So for my waterline I'm going to use a brown pencil. This is the Barry M Bold Waterproof Eyeliner in brown. I would have used a purple one but I'm not that fancy, I only own a black and a brown liner. Then to start smoking that out, I'm going to go in with Secret, which was the second shade that we used, I think. And I want to smudge this like all along. And then I want it to like blend in with this sort of smoked out thing we've got going on. Okay, and then next we will go in with Spanked, which was the more pinky toned one, keeping this more towards the outer edge. And then closer to the lash line, this time I'm using Love Bite, which was the darkest purple. And to highlight my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to go back in with the lightest shimmery shade. This was called Daydream. And then I'm also tempted just to apply a tiny bit of the Infatuated glitter just underneath, just on the very centre, which I'm just going to go for it. So I'm just taking a little bit on the tip of my brush and literally just to the very centre, just so it like mirrors the top and bottom. Then just to quickly finish off the rest of my skin, for blush I'm going to use the Lover blusher from Illamasqua. It's more of like a peachy tone and we've used quite a lot of pink, so I don't really want the cheeks to start looking too pink. And then I'm just taking the banana shade from the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this just under my eyes. And then I'll also go in with a little bit of this one at the end, and I'll just use this just to sort of deepen up my contour a little bit. And then I'm just going to quickly spray my face with the Mario Badescu facial spray, the aloe vera one, just before I apply my highlighter, which will be Becca's Champagne Pop. And then for lips, I'm going to first line with the Baldy Bear lip pencil from MAC. And then I'm also going to use just a tiny bit of Spice just to contour them a little bit. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to use Naked Flame from Primark, which these I absolutely love at the moment. And then I thought I would be a little bit different today and use a lip topper. So this is the one Skinny Dip from Jouer. And I haven't like barely used this since I got it, so I thought I'd be a little bit different. Okay guys, so that completes today's makeup tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did down in the comments below. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up as well and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!